Okay. We are live on a Sunday morning brunch time. What have you got? I've got more tea. I've got some Queen Anne tea. I already had porridge for breakfast like hours ago. Daylight savings in the UK, so of course, like if you've got children and animals, what are you going to do? You're just getting up. You just get up an hour earlier. So there we go. Now, what am I doing today? I'm hoping that I can hack on my chat app. You can see where I've got to. Look at that. Ugh, miserable. So, oh, it's a bit chilly in the garage this morning. So where I've got to is I've got some bugs. And I've just had a busy week, and normally I hack on the train, going backwards and forwards. And yeah, I don't know. There's been lots of old people on the trains talking. Not talking about anything interesting. So I've just pulled and so let's rebuild. And I guess this has crashed, so I'm guessing there's nothing running. It's 80 something that this is running on. 8091, yeah. So it's not running, but the PID file will be there. Boom. Now let's do this. Okay, that's good. One of the things that I fixed, I think, was this. So I'm hoping this is working, but when I was testing it with the old people chapter in, it did not seem to be working. That sucks. Okay. Let's touch an empty file. Oh, I got a text message from Domino's. It's a bit rude, isn't it? Like, it's Sunday brunch time. I don't want a Domino's. Why would I want that? My desk is a bit cramped. I've got stuff everywhere. Let's put that stuff over there on the comfy chair. Okay. So, maybe this needs to be bigger. I doubt anyone can see anything. There we go. Oh. Yes, I really need to sort the garage out. I need more bench space for all these half-finished projects. I've got like 7 half-finished projects. I didn't mean to do that either. But just checking on where we are. Horses vaguely wandering across. We have had, can't remember if I said this, we've had an enormous amount of acorns down. I guess we had a very dry summer, like really dry, driest I can remember for years and years and years. That's another text message from Domino's. Why don't they fuck off? Yeah, exactly. Sorry, talking to chat. It's like I've only got one garage for projects, and it's too small. But also, I'm making poor use of the space. I need a big bench, sort of here. That's what I need. Yes, exactly. Acorn, massive numbers of them. The horses can't stop eating. The cows across the road on the other side of my hill. Apparently, she's lost 3 cows because they're poisonous. So that's a bit sad, isn't it? So let's just make this a bit bigger. Now, what I was hoping is that if I touch the file and we're running again, I can stop wittering about acorns. We can log in. Okay, all good. Blah, blah, blah. I also fixed that so that this is poorly rendering, isn't it? Yes, reread from disk. Where I really must update the Emacs here. But anyway, there you go. So text area. So there's a field set. And there's a button. So there's a label, there's a text area, there's a button, and they're horizontally aligned because it's display thingy. And I want a button. Oh, my hands are a bit cold. I have got a heated pad for my hands. Let's turn the heated pad up a bit, see if we can blast it. But my fingers, I guess I'm getting old, right? But my fingers are already so yeah, cold middle finger, bad circulation, I guess. I need to go for a brisk walk. What am I doing? Padding on this thing, let's say 10 pixels. Maybe that'll sort it out. Doesn't sort it out. Ah, you see, this is what I was worried about. What the hell? Why is it like that now? Let's put a margin on it. Oh my goodness me. What is going on? Why is it doing this every time? That's too much. So that's the first thing to debug this morning. This is awful, but that's better. Okay. Well, while we have it, let's just okay, more tea. Now, why on earth is it not working? What should be happening? Where's my DevTools? Let's dock the DevTools. And storage, cookies. Okay, so we've got this. 7140 is probably how we're going to remember this. And let's look in the app chat session store, 7140. But every time we refresh the page, it seems, that's still 7140, and this is still 7140. Horses going by. Clip clop. The lady who goes by here, she's got a bobble hat on top of her riding hat, which I don't know about you, but I don't feel that's a look. More tea. So why? So if we do this, I'm suspecting that we're going to get a different value there, right? Surely. Yeah. So why is it doing that? Okay, let's do this and refresh again. And do we get like a value? Is it telling us what the value is? So it is. Do the turning this off. I think perhaps I want a different profession. Could I be a lawyer? This is just annoying. Why is it doing that? Okay. We don't need this anymore. Let's go look at this blasted code. Is that the latest one? Let's go open it up again. Come on. Okay, so what I did was I added this write session list. Write session list. So when you do session make, it calls write session list. That's the right thing as far as I can see. So what reads the file in? Session init is reading the file in. So when we start, we read this file in. That's great. So cool. Why on earth would it be why on earth? Why on earth? I mean, what's obviously happening is that it's failing. So what happens here is that this is called session list is initialized. Is not initialized. It calls that. So that reads the file in the first time. And then it looks to see if the path is chat login, and if it is, it redirects to chat login. And returns, right? So the chat login handler is above us at line 289 and above. Hopefully you can see that. Yeah. And then we get the request of the cookie. I'm gonna truncate the lines here. Oh, while I think about it, yeah, I think maybe I haven't pulled all of this. Git pull origin master --makeup. Because I think I've got Nutricita stuff. So let's actually quit that. And go back in. And yeah. So let's have a look again. So it is running. Let's stop it. Start it up again. Yeah. Sorry, talking to chat. Yes, but like just a tooling one. For reference, see my collected works. So let's just see if that works now. This should give us the definition. Yay! Look at that. That's the definition. So that's good, isn't it? And we're still getting that. And I'd really like to update. You can see these two things are different. This one's giving you the line number at the beginning, and the function calls aren't, and a line number at the beginning is the thing I did most recently, and it feels like that was a good idea. So we should stick with that. We should homogenize. I always think that is a good word. None of this is helping us fix this blasted code though. So we get the cookie definition. We read the cookies into the table. And we get the login cookie. And we go, do you have a cookie? At chat. Reading the session cookie, found session, percent %p on a session. Let's do it like this. And obviously if it's null, it should be okay. We should just get a null, so that is pointer percent %p. And I mean, it's still in the file, right? cat.appsession, blah, 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 blah. And if we go and look in storage in the cookies, it's 7336, and this is 7336, so it should all be good. So if we go here, okay, it is good. It is good. There used to be a goalkeeper. Is he a goalkeeper? No. He was a centre forward, I think, or a defender. God, I'm going to do every position on the pitch. But anyway, he was a footballer in the 60s and 70s who used to play for Chelsea. And his name was Osgood. And the crowd used to chant, Osgood is good. I don't know why that occurred to me, because I said it is good. Anyway, that worked. So chat, you might well say yay, but it's not working, is it? If I go like this, it is bad again. Why is it bad? Reading the session, we're looking for this. Reading the session cookie. Reading the session cookie, found session nil. And I forgot the new line at the end. This week, in the office, no, I don't think so. Don't think it's that. This week in the office, talking to young people, and I said carriage return, and they were like, what? Because no one knows what a carriage return is anymore. Which is sad, isn't it? Because, like, that's so wonderfully mechanical. Carriage return. On the typewriter. Yes. Why is it nil? Session find must be broken, right? Yeah, exactly. And those teletype terminals, they had proper carriage return. I don't know. Is that worth doing? I don't know. I mean, we talk about young people not understanding what the save icon means, the floppy disk. Or it's a 3.5-inch disk, really, isn't it? But I don't know. We're losing all attachment to a physical past, and I think that can't be good for humans. So whilst the virtual is amazing, and you know, you can do so much if things are virtualized, I think humans are tactile beings, and having a real physicality. Is necessary. Materials. Expand. You mean like velvet or silk or, you know, chiffon or nylon, or steel or aluminium, like material science. Why is it not finding? So I'm gonna go and add to this session cookie. I guess this is a string, right? I'm guessing that's a string. Oh, it's a slice. Ah, well, if it's a slice, we'll do that. Because I spent 3 days writing that. Right. Gotcha. I don't know much about that stuff. It's like I've never... I don't even know how a semiconductor works, really. Like, I know a little bit of electronic stuff. My dad was an electronic engineer, or an electrical engineer. I can't remember which he used to say. But quickly became computers. Looking at patterns to mimic. So yeah, I know nothing about it. We must talk. You can tell me about materials. You should do a stream where you just talk about materials. I'd love to know about that stuff. If we print the cookie value, then let's recompile. We'll stop the thing. Don't actually have to recompile like that because BG NICD does that. Okay, and if we go to chat now, whoops, it's chat. Oh man, is it dead? Yeah. RM. Okay, so somewhere we should have reading the session cookie, found session not XA. That doesn't seem likely, does it? That doesn't seem likely. I suppose I've got the right printf thing. Have I? Formatted output basics, output conversion syntax. No, not that one. Table of output conversions. %p. Print the value of a pointer. Definitely. But this is not right. That cannot be right. So firstly, there's no cookie. What is this session find 0 here? And now we see, now we see our tooling is frustrating. Look, I want to go to this definition. And I bet I can't. So I think it's this. This is passing the functions in the buffer. So this is how I do that function display. And you can see we can get the node text. And this is poor code. I mean, I guess maybe. What I'm doing with so these are two different things. So this is a function, and we're displaying the declaration of the function, which obviously we're looking up, but that lookup is done once. When we do the declaration, we're actually searching for that. So TreeSitter has got a bunch of very powerful search features through the document, the parse tree representing this code. And in the one case, in the function case, I'm doing the search and then caching the results. And in the identifier case, I'm just doing the search and then operating on the results of the search directly. So I think that this is a poor implementation, the function version. I'm going to have to change this. This is kind of another annoying thing about, yeah, but the reason I do it is because you're parsing imports, and you wouldn't want to parse the blooming imports all the time. So that's why I'm caching. Gosh. It feels like we need to do both, doesn't it? We need to abstract this part of the function so that we can call it as a query, and this part to do the caching. And then we'd be able to. So that's one for the train this week, I think. I'm not going to do that now. I don't know. I don't know if people want to see Emacs or C. And actually, people just like that. There aren't many people here. So we're trying to find this session fine. So let's just search for it. And I think this is printing app chat session find. So this is printing the ID, the I there. Let's move all of this down here. It's printing the session list ID and the cookie value, and it's don't understand why I'm not getting the cookie value though. I mean, what on earth? Cookie, let's put it in caps so it's easy to find. Cookie value sent hash p. Oh, I do know why. I'm surprised this didn't bomb, actually. That needs to be, this catches me out. all the time. I wrote this and it's annoying. I wonder how I can, like when I wrote it, I thought, oh gosh, yes, I'll have to do it like that. And ever since, it has gigantically pissed me off. Right, so now we're getting a more sensible value. I think there was corruption there. I think that the passing in the cookie without the address of the cookie broke it. Okay, so now we're getting that. Okay, but now, so we've just started and it works. It works the first time, but then you do that and it doesn't work. What the hell? So then, look, it's the same blasted number, 176 blah 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 7336. And it's like it deletes the session. Like it deletes the session. So this is what my problem is. Okay, so if we stop and start again, we can see this again. Stop it, boom, and we see the value in the session store 7336. Start it again. Go to chat. We're all good, and then go to chat again, and it's deleted it from the session store. So what does this do? Does this kill the session store somehow? This prints to here. Huh. This prints to here. I finished my tea. And it's not as sunny as it was. I've got a door open, which is why I'm sat here in a massive coat. Hey ho. So this is. It's like it's deleting the session table. So it's not calling that, right? It gets to the end here and it calls that. Let's do it again. So that's what this has got to do is return the page. So it's got the cookie, but it's already gone from the session table. Boom. So it's in the session table there. I think it's not in the session table after we finish. On close, There we go. When a WebSocket gets closed, so this automatically creates a WebSocket. Let's go run it again. Now, if we look at the inspector, we can see the script. Maybe it would be better look at it in the debugger. I don't know how easy this is to read. Anyway, the point is it creates a WebSocket, and obviously when you quit, it deletes the WebSocket. So there's a WebSocket close handler on the other side here, and when the WebSocket goes, we're deleting the session. But what if? So I think we're confused architecturally. Are the sessions web sessions or are they chat sessions? Because the chat session is simply a socket. Could you have another session? Like if you had another tab open, here comes the hat lady again. Not for privacy exactly, but it is authentication, right? So you log in, you get a session. That is what identifies your transactions with the back end. But there's also a WebSocket, which is where the chat is going to be, because we don't want to keep pinging backwards and forwards. So I think the WebSocket is just attached to the session. But if you had another browser tab, like maybe you leave this running and then you go away and you open it on a mobile, well, you're not going to want the same cookie, are you? You just have another session, wouldn't you? Like, so it's okay to bind the WebSocket to the session. It's just that you don't want to delete the session. So we want to stop doing this. This is insane. But what we want to do is make the WebSocket null. So, watch. Control-C-G. Way! Oh, somebody running by on a hairdryer. Oh, another hairdryer. Oh, in fairness, that was a larger hair. So they need to get proper motorbikes, right? Or sensible ones. Nice, quiet, electric ones, like me. So I think all I want to do is null this WebSocket. That's all I want to do. Now let's find the blasted code again. It's all very well leaping around, but you get lost. I get lost. I think all I want to do I want both things on the screen at the same time. Struct session. So I've got the session. So I think all I want to do is that. Okay. So we know that's going to work. Is that going to work? No, still failed. Why did it fail? That works. Why is that failing? It's not, it's weird. It's not erroring. The chat won't open, I guess. So good, 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 good. Oh gosh, now it won't error. Is that because I've got the network tab open? Let's go back to console. Good, 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 good. Huh. Okay. I mean, I think that fixes it. Let's try 2. So we are going to why is that? There we go. Right, let's log in as Alice. That is the traditional way of things. Okay, so now we've got Alice. Alice is okay. Nick isn't though, look. There's no comms. So what a useful chat app. Okay, well that's not really a surprise, except it sort of is really a surprise, isn't it? Hey. There we go. In cryptography or anything where there are message exchanges, there's a set of characters who are conventional. Alice, Bob, I can't remember. What's the other one? Alice, Bob, Alice and Bob. So here we go. Mallory? I don't know any Mallory. Well, Ron Rivest looks like he'd be fun at parties, doesn't he? Oh, yeah, right. So this is RSA. Yeah. So interesting thing about RSA. These 3 guys came up with that. But actually, they learned maybe I think it was 10 years after they'd done this, and they were already incredibly rich. Remember that this stuff was classed as a munition in the 80s. Reagan wouldn't let it be, published properly. We had all sorts of problems with securing computers worldwide using HTTPS and certificates, because the American government wouldn't let the algorithms be, or implementations of the algorithm be shared across the world. But anyway, sort of 10 years after these guys had come up with this, they bumped into the fact that there was an English guy working for the English Secret Services who'd come up with it in the early 60s, the late 50s, early 60s, had just, worked out the maths and scribbled it down on a piece of paper next to his tea, and not done anything with it, because that's what the English are like, or at least the English of the 20th century. The English of the 19th century would have worked out a way how they could subjugate humanity with such knowledge. But by the 20th century, we were a little more decadent, I think. And anyway, so they went to see him, and I guess they had strong contacts in the intelligence community, these guys, and they went to see him, and all he wanted to talk about was, tea and cricket and stuff like that. And they managed to get him in the end to comment on the fact that he discovered this maths, and they were ever so sorry for usurping his discovery. And he'd said, "Oh, no, you chaps did much more with it than I thought I could ever do." I just thought that's a lovely story. So there you go. I hate my browser telling me that I can look. Oh, look, you can click and hold to preview links. Yes, thanks. I know. Why are you telling me things that I know? Go away. Anyway, that's Alice and Bob for you. I don't know about this Mallory person. I'm pretty sure there is another character. Carol and Ted. That's it. Yes, I'm sure I've seen these names. So what is this? Some sort of hilarious sex comedy, probably from the 70s. Whoops, there go my trousers, that sort of thing. I think I'm better at history than programming, personally. Anyway, so this is working, right? We're getting chat. Hello, Alice. And Alice can say hello back, I think. Hello, Nick, you old fool. But if you refresh one, so that's all now working. Maybe we'll commit. I can say, "Are you still there, dear?" And it doesn't come out. And it's hanging. It's like it's not. So now it's okay. Do you have your ear trumpet? Oh, look, and now it came out. Okay, so what is the bug then? If we go to the other one and we say, "I don't know what you mean." I don't know why they both speak the same. But that's working. Oh, interesting. Okay, well, we're going to commit just a little bit. Just commit it just a little bit. That could almost be a rap. Debbie Harry would turn that into a rap, wouldn't she, Deborah? Oh, Deborah. Maybe we should take this debug out. Git add appchat.c git commit -m don't flatten the session out on close, just null the WebSocket. Okay. Same instance can't talk to itself. Yes, it can. Yeah, it's just, I think what's happening is there's a timing problem when you do this. If you look, you can see the this thing is hanging, and I think it's hanging to make the WebSocket. Yeah, look, so something's hanging anyway. Why is it hanging? I think it's not hanging to make the WebSocket. It's hanging to send the page. So then you do it again and it's okay. You do it again and it's not. And I just tested that like 1,000 times, 10, and it was okay. And now it's not. Wonder, like you get these kind of timing problems with this sort of thing. I'm kind of expecting it, and then everything's okay. Look at that. That was really strange. We do that and it's okay. We do that and it's not okay, right? So it's like you do it twice and the second one fails or hangs. So right, okay. Do it once, it's okay. Second one hung. Do it once, okay. Second one hangs. Okay, let's do it once. Let's switch to Alice. Now let's switch back. Ah, okay. I really need a pee. The tea just goes straight through you, apparently. So I am going for a wee-wee, and I will be back in however long it takes a gentleman to do that sort of thing. So I've just found that my microphone was in my pocket. So hopefully it has been legible. Let's plug the microphone back in. Ah, come on. Wires. I hate wires. They are the worst. I don't know whether hopefully you can hear that. Is anyone still in the chat? Can you give me some sign that? Oh, excellent. Good. Right. I probably shouldn't just walk off with my microphone and then not do anything about it. Right. NS binding aborted. I mean, it's just it won't load it. So the WebSocket's loaded, and that was fine, right? That was fine. That was fine. So apparently, if you go to the lavatory, everything is fixed. But it was doing this before. It is hard to make things deterministic. Let's chat. Oh, it works. It's a bit strange. Chat back. Okay. And that one's okay, and that's okay, and that's okay, and that's okay, and that's okay. Good Lord. I haven't changed it, so it's so tempting when you're programming to go, oh, it's fixed. It's not fixed. Obviously, there's a problem. There we go. Is that? Oh, check it out. If I come here and press return, that's a problem. If I go to that, what happens when you do this? Okay. Okay. This was quite interesting, and I love this guy's name, Arun Gustafsson. I found the source of the problem, at least, of why it's being indeterminate, because I'm not being determinate. If I do this, if I press return in the location bar, it doesn't work. Whereas if I refresh deliberately, specifically, so what's the difference between me pushing enter in the location bar. I don't know that. I know a lot about browsers and JavaScript and all of that garbage, HTTP, but I don't know what the difference for that is. What is it not doing? It's not firing some event, I guess. Okay, let's see if we can. Let's clear the console. If we do a refresh, we get. Let's go look at the HTML. Keep having to do this because it doesn't color very well the first time. So what does this do? Oh gosh, look at this. Let's come down here and do it again. There we go. That's fixed it. So okay, we're just going to call init. I'm debugging a chat app written on top of a web server, a new web server that I'm writing in C. So backend's all in C, front end's in HTML and JavaScript. And I don't know, I'm being useless about it at the same time. So I've got this init function that's being called, and we can see. So when you load the page, this is going to run. Gets the cookie from the cookie store, the session ID. If it doesn't exist, it's going to redirect. Okay, fine. If it does exist, it breaks it down the value in the cookie. Tries to find a bit of the HTML page to fill that in. That's how we know who you are, who you're logged in as. So Alice is over here, Nick is over here. Okay, fine. And then it sets up this WebSocket. So it's waiting for this promise to finish. So it calls that, which initializes the socket to the back end. So you've already loaded the page. You should have already loaded the page. Except this is not being, we're not waiting for the WebSocket, for the page to fully load here. We're not waiting. Maybe it would be interesting to wait. Window dot add event listener load async. We'll move this inside there. So now we will wait for the page to fully load before we'll do anything. Okay. Oh, blast. For goodness sake. Syntax. Okay. So we can do that. Let's get rid of this, right? If we refresh, all good. But if we come here, bang. So it wasn't that. Huh. But again, I'll find my window. Again, if we do this, chitter, it comes through. Let's go back to Alice and reply. shutter. Yeah, all good, right? But if you come here and go like that, not good. So what does it not do? In the case where we do that, it goes closing WebSocket, close call, removed message event. In the case where it's this, in the case where we refresh, it's very different. I'm going to try and spot what's happening on the back end. So if we refresh, that's what we get. If we come here, it does seem to be different, doesn't it? I need to make it a little bit smaller. Right. So the top one is a full refresh. The bottom one is where it hangs. And you would expect, because it's hanging, you would expect maybe you're not getting everything, right? So close called, got a close request from a handler. The SSL got shut down. So you got an SSL connection open all the time. Okay, that makes sense. The slice buffer, fine. So then the fact that we're getting this means that's the next request. So we've got that in both cases. And so this is making another file descriptor in the server. So this is all the second request. This is the hanging request. This is the not hanging request. So it finds the mapping. It does session find. It reads the session cookie. Finds the session. It goes, Nick is logged in. It calls HTTP request dispatcher end. So that is, so I'd say that was the end, right? That's the thing finishing. Okay, that's a bit strange. Right, because the next thing is this, and this suggests, so this is the very first thing that happens inside the web server. It's filling up a buffer, a slice buffer. Oh, how do you know? It's filling up a slice buffer from the socket. So this is like, that's the initial WebSocket thing. You can see these two are the same because it's the same request all the time. So that's basically the HTTP transaction for, you know, this get localhost 8091/chat with the cookie value, and the cookie value is always the same because I'm using the same user. So yeah. I'm gonna put in here. And it feels like it's not loading. In it. Yeah, it's never never getting the response. Huh. How is the stream quality? It is okay. 82 dropped frames. It's not bad. I think it's something to do with the close of the WebSocket. I think it's this. I'm going to turn this off. I think that is not running when we do this. But when we do this, nope, well, it certainly isn't that. Close is still being called. Oh, close called, remove message event. And in the case where we refresh, yeah, if you refresh twice, it works. Yeah, close called, remove message event. But if we come up here, I don't know, that's so weird. It just never fails when you refresh. Whereas if you come up here, it seems like, yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's not okay. I mean, you shouldn't have to do this, should you? Let's print the close status, maybe. Don't need to do anything there. Let's just refresh. There's the close status. Sorry, do it again. And it's the same thing, yeah. Yeah, same thing. Okay. Now do it this method. Is there any difference? I don't think so. Okay. What we're going to do now is we're going to turn off the WebSocket loading. So we're not going to do any WebSocket loading at all. Nice, 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 nice. Okay. Okay, look, it's definitely the WebSocket that's causing the problem, isn't it? I mean, definitely. So, okay, so we put the WebSocket back in, and we go look at the WebSocket code here. So this is after a connection's been open. I want to make all of these small, I think. I don't know, one issue with C is it would be nice, like, I want to hide all of this, really, in a sort of sub-module. I don't know, I'm not sure there's much point doing this. Like, all of this stuff, I'd like to be able to hide. It feels like it would be a really good idea if you could just make a translation unit inside a translation unit. I believe you can do that with C. Um, I'm like a short Scrooge. It's like I don't do the full humbug. It's just hum. Ah, golly. Maybe we're getting here. So what happens when you download the HTML page? You're getting to here. So we're going to say, I mean, I think we know this is happening because we can see it. But let's be clear. Sending HTML page. And here we'll say sending WebSocket upgrade. Right. We'll stop. And we'll start. Okay, that recompiled. So there we go. Did I put the WebSocket back? I did. Okay, so we have a WebSocket. Let's do this one too. So, hi Nick. Hey Alice. Okay, all good. And if we refresh, that's all good. I've got this random Raspberry Pi. I think it's broken. It's on my desk. So I've got one over there that does work. I've got one in a box that's a 4, and I'm waiting for yet another project. Maybe we could make this bigger so people could see. Oh, I'm pleased about this button. That's looking much better. Okay. So right, let's do a refresh. And what have we got here? Sending the HTML page. Then we got Nick end. Maybe it could be in there even. I wonder if it could be in the guts of the web server. Okay. So we'll say still there. There should be a new WebSocket now, which has been attached. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so we should be able to do this all the time. Hells yeah. And it's working all the time. Marvelous. Simply marvelous. But what if we do this again? Okay, now it is bad. But look, it sent the HTML page. It didn't though, because we didn't get it. Like we can see in the network thing that we didn't get it. I tell you what we could do. Ooh. Exciting. We could. We got ngrep here? We do. So, oh, hairdryer time. N minus D. Ooh. SS minus NTLP. So 1891 is on IP show address. Address show. Oh, if I could type, the world would be amazing. I don't actually know. We'll try ngrep minus DLO port 8091 sudo. This is one of the reasons. So I'm using Windows. This is WSL. So it's basically like a Linux inside Windows, and it's all special. Basically, it's just a virtual machine. And this is one of the things that I hate most. So the Firefox is clearly running from Windows. This is inside a virtual machine. But the WSL stuff is doing some magic mapping. Like magic. Magic sucks. Except magic doesn't suck. Because it stops you having to type things. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm going to do a Control R, and it's not working. Okay, what was the thing? So eth0, let's try eth0. No. I mean, it's the same thing, right? Because if we do ss minus ntlp, I did this already. You can see it's the same machine. I've opened another terminal, but I'm just talking to the same Linux. I mean, I'm inside the same virtual machine, effectively. WSL is a bit freaky. So it's not eth0. Is it eth1? You can't do eth1. Is it eth2? You can't do eth2. So what the hell? What? God damn it! So ETH0 has got 192.168.1.14 on it. I'm pretty sure that's what this is. That's what this Windows box is. It's that address. Would you like me to prove it? I can prove it. Look. Let's go somewhere else. So I'm going to log into that box over there. You can't see it, but it's on the shelf over there. Oh, hey. If I go ping 192.168.1.14, you're not allowed to ping to Windows boxes. Anyway, definitely it is. So the question is that where the server is listening on 0? I mean, I think it would be hello. And this is why Windows annoys me, because that is not working. And sometimes when you get problems like this, that is the best way of debugging it, to just drop down as low as you can go in the network and in the machine, and you know, bingo, that would help you find it. As soon as I do that, I have a problem. It seems a bit weird, doesn't it? Like, there's a particular thing about the browser. What? Is there a... I mean, no, look. Why are there two cookie values here? I wonder if it's that. What's in this one? If we just do that. Yeah. It's kind of interesting, isn't it? Two cookie values. So I mean, let's go look at storage. Why is that the case? Cookies. Oh yeah, look, we've managed to get two values. Why can't you move these? Is this great to spell? Okay, but I was only trying to show people things. You still can't move them because it's just too big a table. I hate it when the tools are shit. Anyway, this is wrong. Let's delete one. What happens now? Oh, I wonder. Let's go back. It's okay. It's not okay. Let's go look again. Still the same. Let's get rid of all of that. Okay, when we press return there, it hangs. Yeah, so it's not that. Don't quite know why it's doing that, but that isn't the problem. Okay, let's go investigate the web server. How are we doing for time? I have spent an hour and 40 minutes trying to debug this silly problem. I have got somewhere though, so let's not get too disheartened. HTTP request dispatch end. Let's turn truncate off. So it's getting there. So that means it's done this, if it's done it. So what is wrong file? We want appchat.c and this is what's this doing? I wonder, because we've got some sort of known, oh my gosh, I'll do this later type text type thing with pages, in that it'll only do a page that it can, like, it'll only send HTML that it can fit in its buffer on the back end, instead of sending a chunk and then sending another chunk and then sending another chunk. I haven't done that. Send multiple chunks. And I know I haven't done that. It's fine, but that keeps biting me. So it feels like that's one to fix. Again, on the train. One way to be funny simply with language is to use ridiculously archaic words or long words for things that are short. So instead of pram, you say perambulator. And instead of walk, you say perambulation. Just for example, to use that same word. And a lot of the time that is in and of itself amusing to people. And I can't think of a long word for train. Locomotive, I suppose. But I'm not on the locomotive. So anyway, this is a small English comedy tip. I wonder if it's that. So what are we doing here? Blah, blah, blah. We're using a response writer. So here, it's not any of those. It's this one. I mean, we're getting the thing at the end, right? But it's possibly... Maybe I should write down what the hell is going on. Because I don't understand why that's 14 times 1024. Probably what I'm thinking is 14 headers of a 1K each. I think it's just random. But this is appalling, isn't it? This is not good. I wonder, can I fix my problem just by going like this? Let's find out. Okay, right. Refresh is okay. And that's not. So look, there's something different about doing it this way. It's really curious, isn't it, that there would be a difference there. That's also curious. It's okay if you haven't done it before. Like, if the page isn't already loaded, which leads me to believe that it's something about the WebSocket close. That it's not this. Let's put that back, otherwise it's a bit confusing. We've got a confusing change. Maybe while I'm here, though, we'll clean this up, because that is terrible. I mean, you know, it's got a bomb, so that's great. We getting this? We getting right ascent? Request. Dispatch. Because we should be. La dee da. Okay. So let's clear this mess up. Okay, there we go. I think we have found the problem. Maybe. I bet it's false dawn. I'm sure it's a false dawn. That's one. Right. That's why. Stop. Recompile. Bosh. Ooh. Bosh. Okay, let's get rid of all of this. Well, no. Let's leave all of that. We do that, we get 2 more. We do that, it hangs. So we are getting this thing from the writer. I mean, that's what the strange thing is. According to the server, it's done everything. Like, you know, it's sent 4,870 bytes. That's a good idea, actually. I'm going to do that. Decorate all of these with that, because otherwise it does get confusing where things are coming from. I don't know, where did the Muppet Show come from? It's time to face the music. Yeah. It's time to light the lights. Inconsistent. Don't see a need for the colon. That's just made up. Making things more complicated than they are. I appear to have something of a ding dong happening in my Blue Sky chats this morning, which is awfully amusing. I don't know. I've got a follower who's being, I think, deliberately silly. There isn't a lot of nonsense on Blue Sky, which is quite nice. Sometimes I guess it could be a bit more whimsical. Twitter back in the day, before Space Karen took over. I don't think he has a whimsical cell in his body, does he? We are 10 minutes away from where I would normally end the stream. And I have to say, this is flipping weird. So, this is part of the problem with dev, isn't it? Like, okay, this is all good, but then I'm wasting hours on this bonkers problem. If I click into here and I go like that, it doesn't work. And then it does. If the page is loaded already, If the subsequent page is loaded, I then get a problem. Let's clear this again. It must be. Okay, so close got called. When we do that, there's no close called there. Yeah, there's no WebSocket. Okay, if we do that again, close is called. It removes the message event. It calls it in it. Like so, if it's calling in it, that means it's loaded. And now there's a WebSocket, and we can see that there's a WebSocket because it's down here. And if we go to request, I guess, and we say, hello, Alice. I guess, yeah, look. We've got some traffic. Let's go over here, say, hello, Nick. Okay, that didn't work. Hello, Nick. There we go. I don't know why. Why didn't that work? I guess probably because I've restarted the server. Is it doing it in this one? It's doing it in this one too, right? So, hello. I don't know why. Why am I doing this stupid voice? Okay, so look, we can see up and down messages. Oh, that's interesting. I don't think we've restarted this though, have we? We go, hey, you. I don't think this makes any sense the way I'm doing this either. It's like the message bar's at the top. And the chat is underneath it, but the chat is like ordered downwards. So, oh my goodness, what great UX. If I refresh now, this goes away. We get another WebSocket. So if I now send something, what a good joke! It's not gonna appear here because this closed. But if we go here, you can see that we sent something. Perfect. Fine. However, if I come here and go like that, then it doesn't work, right? And it calls close. Has the previous network socket closed? Yeah, look, that previous socket closed. But somehow, I tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to try and use a different browser. Let's try and use Chrome. Why won't it open Chrome? Oh, probably don't have Chrome. Let's try and use Edge. Because Microsoft are the best. There's a very nice lady journalist on Blue Sky who is who's really good and informative and knowledgeable, but I sort of fell out with her because she loves Microsoft and I hate them, and I can't stop from saying how annoying they are. That's okay. That's all good. Shall we log out of here? What happens if I log in again? I think it will break. Couldn't open the chat connection. Yeah. Let's shut the server down. And try this. Still won't do it. Why won't it do it? What is going wrong? Got to close during opening. Sent non-empty sec WebSocket protocol header, but no response was received. What the hell is this? What on earth are you talking about? Microsoft? And it's not really Microsoft. It's Google. I don't understand what is going on. Probably good. Probably good to try and do this. And it's a bit worrying that it doesn't bloody work. I am using some quirky features of WebSockets, I guess. I guess they're not very common. And maybe there are incompatibilities. Doesn't really seem like a thing, does it? I just like, why on earth would it be sending this? So what's happening is that Chrome or Edge, I mean, you know, it's just a packaged Chrome, is sending. I mean, you can see it it's doing something other. Let's go ask the internet. Edge browser sending dot well known. Is that what it says? Yeah, dot well hyphen known. Ooh, is that right? I don't think I've got any extensions. Oh, good Lord. Extensions. Manage extensions. I don't believe I've got any. I've got a parcel. Hang on. Thanks very much. Sadly, not for me. For my adult son. I mean, it's his parcel. He ordered it. I didn't even know what it is. He had another one yesterday. I gave it a shake. It sounded like Lego, but he's 22. So I don't know. You're still allowed to enjoy Lego when you're 22. So I don't think I have any other extensions installed. So I don't think it's this. I think it's. Oh look. I think it's this. This is a request made by Chrome's dev tools, part of the automatic workspace folders feature. To disable it, you have to open. Why? Why? I presume that I am sending a 404 here. I still haven't got any traffic on this port. It's so frustrating. I mean, how can there be no traffic on that port? How can there be no traffic on that port? It doesn't make any sense, does it? If you've got the port open, it's really, really, really annoying. Interesting that there's 128 bytes on the send queue. Why is that? It's a bit weird. So we can't see the app chat. I'm looking for this app chat user login. Session find, reading the session, found session thing. Okay, we don't need that anymore, do we? And then it says user Nick logged in, sending HTML page. Okay, then it ends, and then it gets this little lipping thing. It goes to WebSocket upgrade success, which goes to WebSocket. Wow, that's very interesting. I am at the end of the stream. Clearly, there's a bit of a bug. I think I've got a good idea what it is now, though, like, or at least I've got replicability. And maybe this is another angle. So I'm going to stop for now. I'm going to go and chop some wood and maybe have a cup of coffee. I don't think we've got any cake, which is sad, isn't it? But I'm gonna go and have a break for some food, and I'm gonna come back and fix this later. But I won't stream it. You don't need to see it. No, no, you don't need to see the awful details. Yeah. So if you were watching, and folks who were chatting, thank you very much. Very nice to chat. And I am out of here. Did that not work? So the lights go off, and then the lights come back on. The actors are still stood there. Out of here.